The salvation you've been promised through club loyalty is not a divine absolution, but a transactional cage designed to keep you bound to the very violence that broke you. And true redemption requires not earning your patch through blood, but dismantling the myth that worthiness must be purchased with pain, until belonging becomes a choice rather than a debt. In Savage's Salvation, Chelle Bliss delivers a dark MC romance that transforms the outlaw redemption trope into a searing exploration of masculine reclamation and relational sovereignty, proving that in brotherhoods built on silence, liberation isn't found in riding harder. It's forged in the radical act of staying still when every instinct demands you outrun your own history. This isn't merely another gritty biker tale with alpha posturing. It's a psychologically precise narrative where every revved engine feels like both shield and confession. Consent to connect is negotiated through somatic attunement rather than assumed hierarchy, and love means honoring the man beneath the cut when tradition demands he remain armored. From the first asphalt and exhaust narration, listeners are immersed in a world where leather is liturgy and presence is the only true vow. Perfect for fans of emotionally complex dark romance and stories where male tenderness defies genre expectations. This audiobook serves up atmospheric grit, relentless emotional honesty, and protagonists whose journey from guarded enforcer to sovereign partner resonates with anyone who's ever mistaken endurance for wholeness. When Hurricane Heat MC enforcer Savage Rook Thorne is assigned to protect witness Alara Vance after she stumbles onto club territory during a federal investigation, he expects routine intimidation. Not to discover her quiet resilience mirrors the suppression he's buried beneath years of violent compliance, and her refusal to be treated as cargo creates space for a bond that defies club protocol. But as they navigate safe houses and buried attractions, Savage realizes this detail isn't about extraction, it's about integration. Bliss masterfully avoids reducing Savage to brooding weapon or Alara to helpless victim. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring boundaries even as danger blurs them, and where intimacy emerges from seeing each other beyond roles. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional alchemy, capturing Savage's disciplined restraint fracturing into genuine receptivity, and Alara's guarded composure revealing warmth beneath stoic vigilance. You don't just hear their bond deepen, you feel the seismic shift of two souls learning that some protections can only be offered when you stop defending yourself from connection. What elevates Savage's Salvation beyond typical MC fare is its nuanced portrayal of outlaw culture as inherited trauma, rather than romanticized rebellion. Savage isn't merely surviving the life, he's confronting how club doctrine taught him to equate worth with utility, challenging the notion that safety requires emotional erasure. Alara doesn't heal him through gratitude. She creates sanctuary where his fragility can exist without judgment, honoring his autonomy even as her own walls crumble. The relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing silences during midnight rides that bypass performance, establishing protocols that protect both operational integrity and psychological safety, and defending each other from brothers who mistake tenderness for betrayal. Supporting characters add vital texture, fellow riders whose loyalty encodes suppressed grief, old ladies whose wisdom carries intergenerational weight, even the open road itself, rendered as living archive whose mile markers absorb decades of unspoken bargains. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In systems built on extraction, tenderness is technique, and presence is the only sustainable resource. Even the MC mechanics serve thematic depth, with prospecting rituals mirroring emotional attunement, and chapter votes becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is an immersive sensory descent into fortified intimacy. The narrator embodies Savage and Alara with remarkable distinction. Savage's voice carries gravelly exhaustion laced with dawning softness, while Alara's tone holds bright intelligence beneath layers of hard-won composure, making their chemistry palpable even in stillness. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming immersion. Distant motorcycle engines marking temporal rhythm, rain against motel windows during vulnerable confessions, the hushed click of weapons syncing with breath during moments of clarity, all anchor existential stakes and tangible reality. Pacing mirrors the cadence of protective vigilance, deliberate during surveillance and reflection, then surging with urgency as external threats collide with internal awakenings. Whether you're commuting through stable landscapes or sitting in twilight solitude, the audiobook creates a portable sanctuary where slowness feels sacred and embodiment feels lifeline. Its storytelling is somatic validation, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that honors both duty and desire. Ultimately, Savage's Salvation redefines dark MC romance by centering male emotional labor within outlaw frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for intense chemistry and high-stakes tension, while delivering substantive commentary on toxic masculinity, feminine agency, and the radical act of building partnerships based on mutual recognition rather than rescue. As Book 3 in the Hurricane Heat MC series, it enriches the saga's emotional tapestry while standing confidently as a complete emotional odyssey. If you've ever wondered whether strength can coexist with softness, or if true mastery requires embracing what others fear, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful act is simply letting someone else ride beside you. Press play, kickstand up, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by violence, hearts still find ways to hold ground, together. Your next favorite MC romance isn't waiting in flawless alphas. It's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to trust the passenger seat.